This episode of My Two Satoshis is brought to you by BitGet.com. BitGet is one of the fastest growing derivatives exchanges with 1.5 million users worldwide. Available to U.S. citizens, BitGet offers USDT margin trading and one-click copy trading. With over $5.6 billion in trading volume per day, you should start trading with the fifth largest global crypto exchange today. BitGet.com. Link in the description below.
This my two Satoshis. Who need 2 cents when they can get double from stacking Toshis? Yeah.
It's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another My Two Satoshis crypto news video. Today, we're going to be looking at this crazy momentum we've been building over the last couple of days. I'm going to show you technically what we've broken to the upside and why I think this is a nice move for us to take out new highs. Ethereum just hit all-time highs today. Bitcoin is on the cusp of doing that as well. We've got the crypto markets in general passing $3 trillion in value today as well. But what's more important and a more interesting topic is that Bitcoin has actually flipped the market cap of both Tesla and Facebook. And they're asking the question in this article, is Amazon next? I'll give you my two Satoshis on that whole thing. I think Ethereum actually is a better gauge or more important gauge to talk about or compare Amazon and like Facebook and Tesla to versus comparing it to Bitcoin. Because again, Bitcoin is more of an asset like gold or silver. But Ethereum to me poses a better apples to apples comparison to Tesla, to Amazon, or even Facebook. And I'll explain why in today's video. Also, we've got a PSA coming from the FBI. So there's a new crypto ATM scam going around. I'm going to give you guys the lowdown on. This is probably not for the people watching this type of video, but maybe your friends and family need to know about this because they may be less savvy when it comes to this whole crypto space. So I'm going to give you guys the rundown on that as well. All three articles or subjects coming up on today's episode of My Two Satoshis. Let's get it.
But before we start, if you guys find these types of videos informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this.
So Bitcoin is like $700 away from taking out its all-time high, guys. So this is, as I'm recording, this is going on very close. We'll look at the technicals here in a second, but Bitcoin up 5.2%. It is trading at $66,000.63. Ethereum is up 3%. Trading at 4,700. It has taken out its all-time high and is looking very strong technically. Doge is up heavily. Litecoin up, finally getting some love from the crypto markets. Shiba down, Hex down. I've been watching Hex take a beating over the last couple of days. Not sure what's going on there. My Hexians out there got to let me know what is going on in that space. But overall, pretty much an up day for most of these coins. It would be great to see Litecoin get some love. It is an OG coin. One of the first, actually was the first coin I ever mined back in the day, and really put me in position to expand my mining operation back in early 2014. So I always have a place in my heart for Litecoin. And hey, if Dogecoin can make a move like it's made, why couldn't Litecoin do the same thing? These meme coins have really taken a lot of people by surprise. And it just shows you that money is just going to slosh around wherever it wants to slosh around. So there's no rhyme or reason anymore for these coins to pump. So we'll see what happens with Litecoin. That may be one you want to take a look at because it is nowhere near its all-time high. Back earlier in this year, Litecoin hit an all-time high of $410, as you guys can see on the screen there. So it's got room to at least eclipse that and go further, in my opinion, with a market cap of $15 billion. You can easily see Litecoin trading in the thousands without a problem, just off sheer sloshing of profits rotating out of other coins that people have made a lot of money on into Litecoin and other OG coins. So I think you're going to see, just like we're having a meme-driven or popular cryptocurrency run, you're going to see the OG coins get their shine at some point as well. And I think for no rhyme or reason, you'll see that happen with Litecoin and, Monero, Dash, some of the OG coins that are still around. I think you will see their time to shine here in the future. So we'll see when that happens, but I just think it will definitely happen. So you may want to get ahead of that. But let's take a look at the technicals, because over the weekend, I was watching it very closely. I drew these lines before this even happened. I saw us take out this yellow trend line. I said, okay, that means we're going to go reach for the outer trend line, basically the cross section of this pennant that I drew. And once we got above that purple line, I said it was off to the races. We were definitely going to try to jump above the cross section of the bottom of that pennant, that line here, and we did. I mean, in one candle we took that out. Probably a lot of short squeezing going on right in this section here. That's a short squeeze look, in my opinion. So now we're right up against all-time highs of $67,000 Bitcoin. So will we take that out today? I don't know. It's looking like it. I tell you that much. I think this is now a new area of support, that trend line. So we should see, even if we get a small pullback to maybe $64,000 or $65,000, we should be taking out all-time highs very soon. If we break below this purple line, or the red line I drew above the purple line, we take that out to the downside, then lower we go to $61,000 Bitcoin. It's really that simple, ladies and gentlemen. Just draw your trend lines properly. That's the biggest mistake people make. They're not drawing the proper trend lines. But if you draw them properly, you will be able to see the areas where action is going to happen one way or the other. The market is going to make a decision. And we've seen that happen today, or yesterday, actually. But let's take a look at what the Fed is talking about. This PSA they put out regarding this cryptocurrency ATM scam that's going around. Well, essentially, what's going on is that con artists are convincing people to put cash into a cryptocurrency ATM, and then having them send the crypto that they convert from cash in that machine, send the crypto to the scammer's QR code that they supply the victim. While the scam is relatively low tech, it is an interesting misuse of technology, and shows how criminals are using crypto to improve on old methods. So really the thing behind this, ladies and gentlemen, you want to just make sure people, your family and friends, don't get caught up into this scam. It's just to tell them, look, anytime you have someone selling you to go to an ATM, Bitcoin ATM, to send them cash because you're going to get double the amount back, stay away from it. Even if it's online, just stay away from. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. The agency describes it as the scammer contacting the victim and somehow convincing them they need to send the money, either with promises of love, further riches, or by impersonating an actual institution like a bank or utility company. So after the person is convinced, the scammer will have them get cash, sometimes out of investments or retirement accounts, and head to an ATM that sells cryptocurrencies and supports reading QR codes. So once the victim's there, they will scan a QR code that the scammer gives them, and which at that point the machine will send the funds to that scammer, and your funds are gone forever. This scam is really similar to the wire transfer fraud. However, this is an easier method for scammers, and you're going to start seeing this happen more often, because in the world of crypto, once those funds leave and hit that other address, there is no getting it back. People don't have to go to the bank, go to MoneyGram, or do any of that stuff. And at the end, the scammer has cryptocurrency instead of fiat. So with wire transfers, you have to fill out the form, as I've stated. You have to give that form to an actual person, and they can, maybe stop you and say, hey, look, what are you doing? But using the ATM, there's no interaction with anyone. And if you're a criminal trying to get that cash, get that loot, you don't have to teach people how to do it online. It's a way longer process to set up online. You can have people go directly to an ATM and do it right then and there. So that does lower the friction and barrier for people to send scammers money. So just wanted to let you guys know that is going around, this new, I don't know how new it is, but it's becoming more prevalent as the price of Bitcoin and cryptos head higher. People are interested in this, right? This piques their interest. These are buzzwords. Someone hears you say, hey, I've got $1 million for you. All you need to do is send me $1,000 in crypto. Go to your local ATM, Bitcoin ATM, crypto ATM, and send me the funds. It sounds enticing. So let your people know to be aware of this scam going on right now in the streets. Next, let's talk about what's going on with the crypto markets. Yes, the crypto market cap has surpassed $3 trillion in value. I remember back in 2017's bull market, we just got close to the $1 trillion marker before we had a full pullback, and we lost, I don't know, something like 80% of the market cap in cryptos over the next couple of years. But the total value today shot past $3 trillion, ladies and gentlemen, and the overall market cap rose by about 3.6% in the past 24 hours, pushing it above 3 trillion. The price of Bitcoin also swelled, as we talked about, over 6%. And at the time, Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency in the world, moved higher to its all-time high above $4,700. And I'll talk about in the next segment why I think Ethereum should be the coin or benchmark for you to look at whether or not it surpasses Amazon or Facebook's or the Teslas of the world, because that's where the real GDP can be tracked in a more meaningful way versus looking at it and comparing it to Bitcoin. The article goes on to talk about other cryptocurrencies or smaller ones posing even greater risk to investors. Many have seen extreme volatility in their price moves. Shiba Inu, be careful with that one. It's been on a tear. It's been on a drop lately. But hell, I mean, when it's up tens of thousands of percent, you can see easily a 50% correction. So you just have to be careful out there, ladies and gentlemen. Last month, when Bitcoin approached similar price levels, it quickly fell back a few $1,000s per coin. So just be careful. I think we are heading higher, as I stated earlier. I mean, as long as we stay above this trend line, this purple trend line that is intersecting the $64,000 Bitcoin price, we are good. So if you see prints below 64,000, you should then, maybe be concerned. But until then, I think we're going to go ahead and take out all-time high before a slight course correction and cool off period. But Tesla, yes, has been eclipsed by Bitcoin in the market cap category. Bitcoin also eclipsed Facebook. All right. So they're talking about Bitcoin's market capitalization of $1.2 trillion by itself has surpassed the total market cap of the manufacturer Tesla, car manufacturer Tesla, and social media giant Facebook. According to the data from Asset Dash, Bitcoin is now the sixth most valuable asset by market capitalization among major companies, behind Microsoft, Apple, Google, Saudi Aramco, and Amazon. So the crypto asset passed Tesla and Facebook's market caps of 1.19 trillion and 975 billion respectively, as the price hovers close to 66,000. So the recent price rise puts Bitcoin's market cap within $600 billion of Amazon. And so this brings me to really like Ethereum, right? And where it's at from a market cap perspective. Ethereum only has a $560 billion market cap. If you see here, it's got a lot of room to grow, and I think there's more GDP that can be captured on a smart contract blockchain like Ethereum. With that being said, you're gonna have Wall Street guys that are attracted to your Bitcoins, also are attracted to Ethereum. But in addition to that, you have the smart contract layer that I think will add even more value in GDP and increase the market cap of Ethereum to definitely eclipse Facebook, Tesla, and of course Amazon. So really you need to think about how can you position yourself to get more Ethereum, because there's more growth or a better path to outperforming Bitcoin going the Ethereum route, in my opinion. Again, a market cap of only $560 billion compared to a 1.2 trillion for Bitcoin. I think there is more value in Ethereum if you're just playing just the big guys, right? The blue chip cryptos. There is more value in looking at Ethereum for a short to midterm play, in my opinion. So you guys let me know, what do you think? Should we even be comparing Bitcoin to, let's say, a Tesla or an Amazon? Because those are companies that offer services, products and services. Bitcoin is not something that it's not a productive asset, basically. Just like gold and silver aren't productive assets. So should we even be comparing Bitcoin to Facebook, to Tesla, or is this just like a clickbait headline type of comparison? I think it's the latter. Let me know though in the comments below. I would love to hear your feedback on that, your 2 Satoshis on it. But that's pretty much it for today, ladies and gents. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. I'm out of here, people. Holla!